Man, so tell me why I was getting ready to go to sleep and while I'm laying down in bed, I'm scrolling through X and I come across one of Jerry Judy's trademark off-season footwork videos, man. If you've been following Jerry Judy ever since his Alabama days, you will know that he has some of the best footwork you will ever see out of a wide receiver. And normally, when you have wide receivers who have this kind of footwork, they normally tend to end up being really high level NFL wide receivers because if you have good footwork, that also means that 9 times out of 10, you're a really good route runner, you're really good at creating separation, and you know how to get open. And when Jerry Judy was coming out of Alabama, I had him as wide receiver A to CD Lamb being my wide receiver B. I thought that both of those guys were interchangeable, and it turns out CD Lamb ended up being the second best wide receiver from that draft class behind Justin Jefferson. And meanwhile, you see Jerry Judy every single offseason showing off these damn footwork videos, but you keep asking yourself, damn, bro, can you catch with your feet? I never see you out there doing no catching drills. I never see you out there hitting the jug machine, which is his big problem. And you just think about the potential and the upside that Jerry Judy has. You remember when Steve Smith went off on him, said that he's just another guy? You know, that kind of hit different. And you thought that would have lit a fire under Jerry Judy, but we're still trying to figure out if he's ever going to be able to live up to the hype that he had coming out of Alabama because his Alabama tape was legendary. And what was so weird about Jerry Jeudy at Alabama is that not only was he a really good separator, but he was deadly after the catch. I remember he had that trademark dead leg. I mean, he put that foot in the dirt and it was, oh my goodness, it was so beautiful to watch. And we haven't really seen that yak ability show in the NFL. And this is just another one of those cases where you have somebody who came out of college with so much hype, so much potential, and they just haven't found the way to make that all come together and translate at the next level. And now he's with the Cleveland Browns after spending the last couple of years in Denver. And you can say that he hasn't had great quarterback play. If Russell Wilson ended up being as good as what we thought he would have been when he got traded from Seattle and Denver, you would have believed that Jerry Jeudy would have become a future all-pro receiver, but we've yet to see it. And I don't think that quarterback play is the main reason why he hasn't lived up to his potential. I think that at the same time, you know, this is somebody who doesn't really look like a former first round pick at times. There's certain games where you see the flashes, but there's more games where you just see him putting up 3 catches for 30 yards or 2 catches for 17 receiving yards. It's just, I'm hoping that Jerry Jeudy eventually can find a way to put all this great footwork to use and learn how to catch the damn football because he's way too talented for him to be at this stage of his career where he's no more than a wide receiver 3, a low-end wide receiver 2. Because technically, if you are a really good route runner and you can get open, you normally end up being one of the best receivers in the NFL. Think about your top 5 wide receivers. All right, off the top of my head, I'm going to go Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, CD Lamb, and I don't really know who I can put at 5 off the top of my head. I guess Jamar Chase. Something that they all have in common is that they're really good route runners. For you to be a great receiver in this league, the key is being able to get open. That's why I was so high on Zay Flowers and Tank Dell when they was coming out in the previous draft class. Zay Flowers was my wide receiver 1 and Tank Dell was my wide receiver 2 only because of their ability to be crafty route runners. And you would think that Jerry Jeudy, with him doing all these damn footwork drills, that he would be able to be a GOAT. I just am still having a little bit of hope that Jerry Jeudy can turn his career around. But at this point, this late into his career, it's kind of one of those situations where he just is what he is. Maybe he'll have a season or 2 over the next 6 years where he ends up putting up Pro Bowl numbers and things like that. But for the most part, man, this just might be the kind of receiver that Jerry Jeudy is, a social media wideout. He's always going to look nice in the training videos, but on the field, on game days, you're never going to really see any of that hard work being shown on the field. And I just, I don't know, man, because I just have so much nostalgia when it comes to remembering Jerry Jeudy and his Alabama days when he was playing with Henry Ruggs. Oh my goodness, Henry Ruggs. That's a story for a different day. But I just wanted to come on here and get that off my chest, bro, because I'm kind of a little bit disappointed that Jerry Jeudy's career has turned out to be what it is right now, because there was just so much potential coming out of Bama, and it's just so hard for you as a wide receiver to be so gifted and yet be at this stage where you're just, an average receiver. And from a talent standpoint, you're better than that. But from a production standpoint, you just can't produce. And you can make the excuse for him not having great quarterback play in Denver. He's going to Cleveland. We don't even know if Deshaun Watson is ever going to look like an elite quarterback again. You will hope so, because if he is, then that means Jerry Jeudy should be pretty good too, right? Let me know what you guys think about Jerry Jeudy's career. Do you guys ever think he'll be able to live up to that potential he had coming out of Alabama? Or do you guys just think at this point he is what he is? A okay, decent wide receiver at best. This dude hasn't even amassed over 1,000 yards receiving yet. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the podcast on Apple and Spotify. Follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram at JTSports_ and on X at JTSports__.